Hello, I'm Pastor Joe, and I'm checking in with you again as we lead our children to try to know Jesus and know Jesus better through our Faith Builder study. This week is going to be a little bit easier than last week was. The question is, are there more gods than one? And the answer is no, there is only one true God. And this one is simple. There's just one God. There's not a God of the sea and a God of the sky and a God of the moon and the sun and the stars. There's just one God who's God over all of it. Um, and while that's simple, I think this week is a good chance for you to emphasize how much of a blessing that is. If you've ever been in a job where you had multiple bosses you had to go through to get anything done, or you had a lot of people who thought they were your bosses that were wanting to give you orders, um, you know how frustrating it can be trying to figure out who has what authority and who can be giving out the orders. Who do you have to keep happy? When there's conflict there, makes things very difficult. Or perhaps if you were a child and your parents were separated, and you kind of spent the week one week here and a weekend over there, and you had maybe two sets of rules that you had to try to kind of follow, and various relationships that were above you that still affected you. Then you throw in school and the different classes, or maybe church and different expectations there. It could be really confusing when you have multiple competing semi-ultimate authorities in your life. But with us, there's one, and it's God. God is our creator. He's our loving and almighty creator, if you remember that. There is no one else like him. He doesn't need us. He has no beginning. He has no end. He is forever. And there's only one of them. So we're building on the exclusivity of Christ here. Okay. So because there's only one God, he's the only one that sets the rules that we have to follow. Our mission is to try to get into a right relationship with him, and he provided the way for that to happen. And there's only one way for that to happen, and that's through trusting in Jesus Christ and in his sacrifice and resurrection, depending on his grace, repenting of our sin. And by the way, God gets to decide what's right or wrong. God gets to decide what sin even is because he is God and there is no others. There are a lot of things that are forces out there that are trying to compete for our attention and our affection. A lot of folks are going to want to tell your kids what to do and how they should live and what success is really like and what right and wrong really is. But we can point their kids to the truth that there is just one God. He has no real competition. And that is a glorious truth for us. And of course, we're going to build on that next week when we talk about the Trinity, which is a little bit trickier than this one, but it's okay. We're going to walk through it together and it'll be good. I hope you have a blessed week. I hope you have a good time with your families. I hope to see them on Wednesday whenever we're reinforcing this and going through this again at First Kids. And I will check you out later. See you. Bye.